Hey,
Hi.
we're doing it.
We're really doing it.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so what do? We introduce
I
ourselves?
think so. Yeah,
Is that how you podcast? Welcome to Friends on Purpose
where two friends talk about life, love.
and finding purpose.
Yeah, well, I'm Elaine, and you know that, but for people
Yeah.
who are like tuning into our hangout session, which let's be honest, that's just what this is us putting
Yeah.
time to hang out on our
hmm
calendars. I'm Elaine. I live in the northern hemisphere of our country. Daylight savings is real, y'all. I'm tired. It's dark
Yeah.
so
Oof.
early. And I have a lot of animals, and I love my best friend. There, I said it.
My name's Eric, and we live 2 states away,
Ugh,
2 states apart from each other.
yeah,
So besties, but we don't connect a lot,
I know.
which is why we're doing this, because we need to turn it into a podcast, because otherwise, if it wasn't a project, we wouldn't normally connect
Yeah,
on a regular basis. And
because
we miss each other. So this is our excuse. And I know that's kind of like the joke about, people podcasting these days because it's so saturated,
yeah,
but I don't care
yeah, we're
if
in it,
we end up.
and we do project well together.
Yes.
That's a
Yes.
distinct skill.
And working together is a delight.
Yep,
So we
true.
decided to merge the two and spend time on purpose.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're my soul sister, you know?
Susan, my daughter, she started calling me Queen, and I
Oh,
love it.
yes, Queen.
Yes, she just comes down. Hey, Queen.
Hey,
I'm
Queen.
like, ugh,
That's like
I'm one of the girls.
whenever we say good girl to Lorna, our dog, and then Benny is near her, he looks so sad. So dog gender doesn't really matter. So we're always like, you're a good girl too. And it makes him so happy. Why
That's
would
really
why would we
cute.
not?
Yeah, of course.
I believe that you're in the captain's seat here. Um,
Oh, right.
so
Okay.
take it away, Captain, my captain.
I guess the way we're kind of structuring this is, I'll ask you a question in one episode, you ask me a question on the other one, and then we'll see where it takes us, right?
Yarp.
So I have a very special question for you.
Okay.
If we recorded a highlight reel of our friendship so far, what moments would make the cut?
Mm. I kind of
I
feel
think I
like,
could guess a few.
yeah, I feel like this is what our podcast is going to end up being. It's just like us talking about our favorite parts about our friendship. So this is a good teaser. I like the highlight reel angle. Um, when I first met you, I had never met a, I'd never been more like inspired by a colleague or even a friend. And so I'll paint a very, very quick scene. It was 2000, like late 2011 or 12, maybe is more like it. And I wandered into your little basement office at the university we were working at.
They
And
put me in the dungeon.
they did. Yeah, you were kind of like Gollum-y, but so much more hair and better teeth.
Somewhat by choice, too.
Yeah, you didn't mind being a little set apart,
Yeah.
and you ran that print
Yeah.
shop. But I had a lot of heart, but I just didn't know who you were or what you were doing, and I was just wandering around meeting people, and I'm sure I had to pick something up, or I don't really know,
Yeah.
but I was so struck by. I don't think I'd never met someone that I was so like captivated by in a it's like so up close and personal. I just remember having this feeling that I was like, I want to spend more time with him. And just like, dear listeners, I am not really attracted to men. So it wasn't like that. I knew very distinctly that wasn't what was going on. It was just, I was like, this guy is like, I don't know. There was just a vibe. And it was before we even called vibes, you know?
Yeah.
It was
Before
pre-vibe.
Vibe was a thing.
Yeah. And
What was,
so,
what was Vibe back then?
I don't know, like
Jive?
good, good
Ugh, no, that's
good
too old.
feelings. it felt
Yeah.
good, and we just like we connected. Now
We
you don't
yeah.
really remember it, I don't think.
I don't remember the first time we met, but I remember having so much fun with you and always happy when you would stop by.
Yeah.
So the feeling was definitely mutual. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
Elaine's awesome. Like I don't stop by people's offices,
Right.
and I would make a point to come around, and your office was out of the
It
way
was
of
not.
most
Yeah.
things.
We were
So
far apart.
so I felt the same. So it was definitely mutual, and it was just kind of yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I had ever experienced a friendship like that before
It
either.
caught
Like
me
just
off guard.
instantly connecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have like I'm so lucky to have like rich friendships of all different shapes and sizes, but you
Mm.
always stand out. You have always
Yeah,
from
for
the
sure.
beginning stood out as different. So
Now uh, I am attracted to women,
yes, it's true.
but
We should be
I
honest.
will say that I've been happily married since 2006.
Yeah. It's
Um,
been a minute.
six? No, seven. Six? Oh God,
No,
six.
6.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, um, and my relationship with my wife has been wonderful, and I forget why I'm saying
Because
this,
it
except that
we were magnetized to each other, but not
yeah,
we're proving
yeah,
that Harry met, or are we disproving Harry met Sally? Boys and girls can be friends.
I absolutely agree
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
I think it takes that's a conversation we should
We
have.
should. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's entirely possible.
Well,
And
and
anyone who doesn't say that, I think maybe has some things to work through.
but I think, or maybe I would be in the position to say like, maybe it just hasn't happened for you yet. Like because I don't
True.
think we would have so my next highlight. So the first highlight is we meet with our meet cute, our friendship meet cute at work. Then it matured into what I like to think of and what I do think of with you as these like eureka moments
Hmm.
where when we are in flow, like creating or just hanging out, ideas just kind of bubble up. And I
Yeah.
know you to be someone who brings creativity out of me in a way that I don't feel very capable of doing by myself. And so it was like I
Oh,
have these like moments in my mind of where we'd be huddled around your Mac, your iMac,
yeah.
looking at stuff, or you'd be like, check out this cool thing I saw, or like, look what I'm creating, or
Yeah.
like, I have this cool
Yeah.
idea. What do you think? And if we
Like
were,
downtown
oh,
Macklemore.
well, don't get ahead because that might be in the highlight reel. But like,
Is it really?
yeah, it was just this like, okay, fine, I'll combine highlight
we
2 and
like we
3. It's
we
like,
like bonded over.
yeah, whether it was something that you were doing for work or I asked you, like, hey, do you want a project partner
Yeah.
with me
Yeah.
on this? But then, yes, like, straight up shout out to Macklemore. Thank you, sir, for your, I don't know, 2013,
When it first came out.
yeah,
Yeah.
Downtown with Ryan Lewis. And that music video, I cannot remember. I feel, maybe it's just because I want street cred. I brought it to you, but you very well might have brought it to me. Like we were in the basement, we were at the print shop, and we were watching it, and we lost our ever loving minds as if we were 16-year-old girls
Yeah.
watching the Beatles for the first time. We were like, "Whoa!" Oh my God.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And like it speaks to again that eureka thing where it's like it's really hard for us to tell if something is a good idea or not because we're like alley-ooping each other so much. We're like, yes, 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 excellent. And I think,
Yeah.
yeah, is
That's true.
yeah, like
There's maybe a little bit of a danger
I
to.
think there's a bias there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, gotta watch
Um,
out for it. But yeah, though,
I listened to it. I listened to it the other day, just off the cuff, randomly, and
still slaps.
it still slaps.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and I can just confidently share with no shame that I have stopped cocktail conversation at like parties to be like, you haven't seen this video, and like hard force people to watch it. It's that good. So I
And what's their reaction? Do they feel the same, or are we just biased
it's
and we
honestly kind of
just
a litmus test now. Like if you don't think it's good,
okay?
I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't really have
We can't be
time
friends.
for this. Yeah. Like, nice to meet you. Bye-bye. Um,
Yeah.
okay.
Interesting.
I
I gotta try
also,
that.
so like those eureka moments, I also will just
Mm.
say like Eric is a professional and like just naturally creative person. And the reason it matters so much to me is because I think there's creativity in me, but I've really struggled to understand how I can create um more,
Hmm.
I don't know, effortlessly or just like more consistently, and like that is something I'm always so drawn to, is like you are such a natural, you have such a natural gift for storytelling like identifying beauty in these very like simple moments, and you either narratively or cinematically or photographically capture them, and I'm just like,
Visually.
yeah, visually would be a good word for that. Thank you. um every time you do it, I like, again, like, to be your best hype man, I'm like, oh my god, he did it again. It really like blows my mind. And like, yeah, so those
Yeah.
eureka moments where we were like hoofing around our little tiny mountains, like filming students and like trying to tell
Yeah.
stories in new different ways, I just like are some of the most special professionally, but also personally, just being like, oh, this is what it feels like to bring in, like, turn an idea into reality in this like
Uh-huh.
creative, beautiful way. And you,
Uh-huh.
yeah, you are so central to that in me. And I think about it a lot because I guess I just look up to
Stop.
you.
You're so nice.
Yeah.
I
Well,
didn't
this is
expect
kind of like
this.
the highlight reels are kind of like a love letter to
Yeah,
you,
yeah, okay.
you
Yeah,
know?
well, yeah.
Um,
I might be tearing up a little bit. I'm not.
yeah, you're so
It's just a
strong.
bright light.
You're such a man, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Men don't
yep. Because
cry.
that's what I subscribe to, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so, and then I guess I get I don't want to like I don't want to, I don't know, go to like get to the point too fast here, but um why we're doing this podcast really came from like just like me meditating more and like
Mm-hmm.
finding quiet space and quiet time in my own life,
Yep.
which like is something definitely that we will be exploring as we talk more, because it's, I don't know, probably our favorite thing to talk about is like spirituality versus religion versus like your inner self and
Mm-hmm.
self exploration. But I was meditating, and then I can't remember, this was, I don't know how many weeks ago this was, but I was either like reading and then meditating or meditating and then reading, and there was this like call to is create, but it was just kind of like, do this with Eric. I I texted you at like 6:20 in the morning and was like, we have to do something together, and we have to create something together. And you were just kind of like what, a podcast? And I was like, yep. Like, that's what it was. And also
That's the
like,
first thing. It's like, what else do you create?
we could have done anything.
When you're not working together,
Right.
like you have to create a job, right?
Yeah, yeah. But like, I just, there's not many friends that I could text at 6:20 and be like, bro, we have to do something. And you'd be like, yup, let's go.
That text was a dream come true. I think I've been thinking about that since you moved away.
Yeah.
The first
The
time.
first time. Right.
The first time.
I've left Eric a few times. I left him in the lurch a few times, and that's on me. That's on me.
Yeah, she's been back and forth,
Yeah.
in town, out of town, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it you said it, and I knew exactly what you're talking about. You're
Yeah.
just like, I have been wanting to do this forever, and yes, absolutely,
Yeah.
let's do something. Let's make an excuse
Spend more time.
to work together,
Yeah.
because the working together doesn't feel like working together. It
Right.
just feels like it's a very satisfying, you know, gratifying activity, I guess.
Well,
If that's
I
not too clinical.
it's not. It scratches an itch for sure. And like,
Yeah.
friendships have, I think, um, like, like anything, they kind of grow and evolve and change and they
Mm.
undulate. uh, our friendship has gone through like there's the time, there's distance, there's different professional things, there's
Mm.
family things, there's personal things. Like there's a lot and
We've grown a lot in the last
yeah,
15 years.
I
We've been
know.
through some stuff.
Yeah. And
Um,
but when I think about like the things that bring the most joy to me are like projects that we do together. So like Eric
mhm.
famously helped me learn how to frame out a outdoor kitchen cabinet and like we poured some concrete and made I had this like wackadoo idea. Eric had to bring his whole family
A
over.
concrete countertop was
It
dope.
was really dope, but it was
It
really
looks
heavy.
really good.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
stunning.
So we had the whole family come over and help lift
Yeah, and
it.
like I just do want to like shout out to the people who know and love us who get like wrangled into our kooky town like vibes. But while we were doing that project, Eric and I found out that we both love sausages and peppers and onions,
Oh yeah.
like because
And that
it's
was kind of new.
that was new. I didn't know that about you, and that was only
We didn't hang out a lot outside of work.
well, and that brings me to my last highlight reel.
Okay.
Really, I mean, like, why are we doing this podcast? I love you. You love me. Duh. But there was this moment in our friendship where, after years and years of being like close professional friends and like close one on one friends, we kind of like really went over, like, we were like Houdini in a barrel going over the waterfall where I got to like meet not just your family, because I'd met them in like bits and pieces, but like your family. And we
Yeah.
had
Yep.
Dipmas.
You came to my
I
house
came to your
and
house
hung
like
out for hours.
hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was I'm an only child, okay? I just like one single kid and I was like, "Oh, I simply must have been switched at birth because this is the family I was supposed to be in." Like I
Ah,
met
come
your
on.
family and was just like, "Oh, this makes sense."
My family's pretty dope.
Yes,
Like every single one of
for
them
sure.
are really cool
That
people.
was cool. Like as your family was showing up and I was like meeting them, it was kind of like, and another. Like, oh my God. Um, yeah, but like, and like, your kids and your siblings and like,
Yeah.
your spouse, like everyone, was just like, every single one of these people, I would wish to be on a deserted island with, and like that is rare because like I'm an extrovert and I like people in general, but I like to go to bed at 8:30. I live in the woods incredibly remotely on purpose, like, but like your family, I would be like, yeah, I would co-live with all of them, which you kind of do.
Careful.
Yeah.
I mean, you did only hang out with them one night.
No, it was multiple nights because then we had
Was it?
yeah, we had like another night where one of
It
your
wasn't just
no, it wasn't just
Dipsmith?
Ditmas. No, I've seen. Ask your ask your sisters. Ask them how many times we've hung out. Okay.
Okay.
Because then we did
For
the.
those of okay, hold on. For those of you who don't know,
Oh
Dipmiss
yeah,
or Dipsmith, I'm still not sure what it's officially called because it's a made up holiday.
Dipsmith
That
sounds dumb. I'll just say it.
Dipmiss. Okay,
Dip.
Dipmiss. It's it's a activity that Emily, my
Oh,
wife, discovered on TikTok. Some group of friends was celebrating Dipmas, which is basically some day before Christmas in December.
real broad.
You invite all your friends, and they bring a dip and something to dip it into,
That's right.
right?
A
So
vehicle, if you will.
a vehicle to consume the dip,
Yeah.
right? And it's called Dipmas, and you end up with a whole spread of different kinds of sweet and savory dips, and it's amazing. That's all you have to eat, and then you bring beer or wine or whatever.
Sure.
So that's what Dipmas is. I call it Dipsmas, but
Yeah.
I should correct that.
No,
Right?
no, it's you do you.
So yeah, so that in and of itself was just like fun.
So fun.
Um,
But you know what the
and
next time was, Eric, was setting up your print shop when we did the
oh
painting and everything, and then we
yes,
did
yes,
a
yes, yes.
dinner at your
Yeah,
in your kitchen. It was more summery,
yeah,
I remember.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
for yeah, that was fun too.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so I think it's really I guess I would just say in review, it was like immediately I knew that you were someone I wanted to like be around and just like be silly and creative and like I love your sense of humor. Please recall the Obama's Elf. It really from a but I mean like you have like your memes, your two memes as me memes, Sue memes. Your memes are my
Yeah.
memes. Our
Okay.
memes. Um,
Me memes.
me memes
Sue me memes.
are
Sue memes. Yeah. Anyways.
you memes. Yeah, just from the creativity and humor to some like being just wowed by your family and how much you guys love each other and just wanting to be part of that. And then like
Yeah.
that moment of clarity when I was like creating quiet space in my head and was just like it all that floated up and was like Eric, create with Eric. That yeah, that and I mean we're leaving out so many other things like being at the coffee shops and talking deep stuff, but like
Oh
that's
my
what this
god.
podcast
Yeah.
is for. Is for us to
Yeah.
review,
Yeah. We'll
that.
get into it
Yeah,
for sure.
I know. You're the best.
No, stop it. You are.
No, you are. No,
And
you hang up first.
I don't I don't have uh, any canned highlight reels, but I would say that, without getting too far into it, that meeting at the coffee shop,
Yeah.
um, and having 2 3 hour conversations, um, was definitely a highlight of mine, and I would love to sit down there again and just like watch us,
Oh,
um,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
I'm watching a movie, um, because I was certainly going through a hard time,
Yep.
and you have always been like my hype man, and I don't know. I don't. Maybe that sounds cheesy or
No,
whatever,
I
but
feel like it's
like
what I was put on this earth to do.
nobody is that way to me,
Really?
and yeah,
Really is.
with the exception of maybe my sister Evelyn.
Okay.
I mean, I mean, Emily thinks I'm awesome,
Yeah.
but she doesn't. She doesn't express it in the same way,
Yeah.
um, and so it comes from her in a very meaningful way, and I'm constantly going to her for input.
Yeah.
Like she's my first sounding board before I do
She's
anything.
got an incredible true north.
Yes, and but then especially recently, I think my sister has come out to like really cheer me on,
Mm.
and I just find that so precious.
Yeah.
Um, you know, like having someone in your life who does that for you, and I feel really lucky um, to have that coming from multiple sources.
Yeah.
You being one of them, and it's certainly given me I don't know, like a little more confidence. Like makes me feel a little more. Oh, kitty.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like I don't know. I I don't know. It's just it feels good. I don't know how else
Well,
to
I
say
just
it.
like there are times where you will bring stuff to me and you'll kind of be like, "Oh no, what do you think? Check it out." And I'm like, "What? This is the coolest thing I've ever seen."
But you're also really honest
Yeah.
too. Like
Yeah.
I just set up a letterpress studio here at my home, and this is where I'm sitting now. As I'm in the corner of my new letterpress studio, which basically, for those who don't know, it's just the old form of printmaking. And so I wanted to call the studio something, give it a name so that I could post my videos online and stuff like that, have it like a channel name. And I went with Hellbox because that's a printer's term. And I thought I would create a logo for it, and I showed you. Do you remember
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were like,
Mm.
that's not good. That's not it. And I was like so like proud of it
You were
because
amped.
I mean, yeah, and that's I think that's a pretty true feeling for any creative person.
Sure.
Anyone who's creating, to have like you're so in it
Yeah.
that you don't see it from outside. So you are a big fan, but you are very honest too, and you
Well,
were right. I mean,
yeah,
the logo is not good.
it wasn't cute. It wasn't your best.
No,
But that's
no,
something that like
it
grew.
wasn't me
Yeah, it
either.
wasn't you. You that's what I think I reacted to because there's like,
Yeah.
you have such an eye and you have such a knack for bringing something kind of like an emotion to the like the visual, and
Hmm.
that is it's such a skill of yours. But yeah, like
I've always, from always, it's always been a difficult thing, and I think this isn't like a, you know, this isn't like a special aha moment I came up with, but like designing for yourself
yeah,
is incredibly difficult,
totally.
because you have so many thoughts about who you are, and it may not be
What people want.
very what people want, or even that honest.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I feel like I have a hard time knowing what I look like
Mm.
visually. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think you spent a lot of time telling other people's stories as your job,
right?
and you've developed some remarkable brand identities, but like when it comes to your personal brand,
Yeah, it's the hardest thing in the world.
yeah. But
I don't know what
you're
that
still
is.
pretty good at it.
You
You're still pretty good at it.
know what I came up with
Well,
for now? I just typeset the words in cool old antique font,
the Hellbox.
and yeah,
Oh,
and
cool.
that's what it is for now.
Very cool. I love that.
Yeah, so it's not even like a logo. It's just like, yeah.
The letters.
I don't need a logo, right? Like it's just a,
Not
whatever. Just watch my
yet.
videos.
You might soon. Let's be
Yeah,
prepared
maybe,
for when you go
maybe.
big. At the risk of sounding like we're in a corporate meeting, I do want to keep an eye on the time. Um,
Oh, right.
we covered the highlight reels, which, like I said, it was like writing a love letter to you, just like all the things I love so much. But I think we wanted to test out, and like maybe we'll only do it once because this is our podcast and we get like we're adults and we can do what we want. But I don't know. You had a great idea for kind of a way to
Yeah, kind of
wrap it up.
landing like,
Yeah.
yeah, which was basically maybe we could end each episode with sharing something we learned this week, or recently, about ourselves, whether it be through, a book we're reading, or like you were saying, like through meditation,
Hmm.
or a show we're watching, or somehow maybe a new perspective we've come across, and how that has changed the way we think,
Hmm.
or how we want to add it to our lives, just to grow and become a better, kinder, more loving person.
Yeah.
I'll start
Hit
because
me.
I feel like I have one. Okay, so back in 2020, pandemic hit,
What
and
pandemic?
me and my
What
family,
about it? I don't know. Tell me.
COVID
Just
19.
kidding. Just kidding.
Uh,
You heard of it?
you heard of it? You
You
heard?
heard?
Maybe that's the title of it. You heard? No, that's anyway. Uh, we were spending time, like me and my sister's family would take Sunday afternoons, to go somewhere in Vermont
Yep.
outside, because social distancing, but because our families lived in such close proximity, it was like you know we didn't have to distance ourselves like we would with other
Yeah.
members of the family. So we would just go, and we'd visit different, like, state parks, or landmarks, or just kind of novel locations, in Vermont. And we would start to pick on my older sister, who is wonderful, because she taught me this thing, right?
Okay.
And I didn't realize it until a week or so ago, and I just love her for it. So she oftentimes when we're out on those trips, in the middle of us just kind of laughing or having fun or just enjoying ourselves, she's like, "Guys, look, we're having fun." isn't this fun? You know, and she was what we called the fun announcer.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, you know, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, mom, we're having fun, you know. And it was funny in the moment because it was just like it felt kind of cheesy,
Yeah.
but it rubbed off on me, and I didn't realize that I was doing that.
When did you notice
And
that you were doing it?
when I did it
At
to
work?
my family,
Oh, okay.
no, to my family, it might have been Emily, like where I literally just said, "Oh, isn't this so awesome? Isn't this so wonderful? Aren't we having so much fun?" You know, but it was like that's when I like got it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is how Liz feels,
Yeah.
my sister.
Yeah.
Because it was basically just stopping and taking a moment and being thankful. You know,
It's
a moment of
gratitude.
gratitude
For sure.
and
Yeah.
and that's that's like psychologically speaking like a good healthy habit
Totally.
to practice.
Yeah.
and so now I still think it's funny because it does feel a little cheesy at times.
Yeah.
But when it's genuine,
Yeah.
and you are really ultimately feeling that feeling, it's like I don't even hesitate to like,
Announce
okay,
it.
I gotta just
Note it.
acknowledge this moment, because what it also does is it puts that pin in the map
Yeah.
of like, this is a core memory
Yeah.
now because I've acknowledged it, and I'm going to remember it even more so now because I'm taking the time to call it out and savor it in that way. So that was my little aha moment.
I think there's a couple things that like are really important and special about that. Is one, I think I'll just set the precedent for this podcast that like maybe we're not gonna like name like journals or articles by like authors or anything. Like I think I read somewhere on the internet and it could have been like an Instagram
Right, yeah.
headline. You know, I like who knows.
We're not going to cite our sources.
No, like
This
fact
is
check
just a
me.
conversation.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But I did
I did a little research means I Googled it.
Yeah, I just like saw something somewhere that
I read an article means I saw it on TikTok.
you get it.
You know.
You get it. That like practice of gratitude. It actually is most effective when you do choose small, more like simple, mundane things rather than like I'm grateful for like
Oh,
you know
yeah.
my family. It's like no, I'm grateful for like the fact that we were just like laughing when we were walking to go fishing. Like that
Yeah.
specificity, that littleness of it actually increases the like ROI on your gratitude. But also like you said, just like placing a little pin on the map and like noting it, I think matters so much because like our brains are kind of wired to remember the like that 10% of the bad stuff that happens and like not the 90% of the good
Yeah.
stuff. And so it's just like a really
Yeah.
beautiful practice to like to capture the
Hmm.
good things so that it can take up a little more space in your heart and in your memory. So I think that's awesome. Even though it is like supremely nerdy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm old enough now that I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
You know. So it's like it's more meaningful to me, even though maybe I embarrass myself a little, but
Yeah. And can we just
or I embarrass others. I
yeah,
should say,
definitely your
not me.
family. Could we put on the list of things to talk about as like to go over what's the difference between nerdy and geeky? We don't need to talk about it now, but like I can't tell if you're a geek or a nerd. It's hard for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
We'll
I'll
have to
have
do
to
some
think about that one.
research. We'll have to
Yeah.
look on Instagram and do some
Some
research.
boop 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 research. Yeah. Uh, go onto TikTok.
Yeah, do some
and see what
scrolling.
people are saying.
Yeah. I need to eat my dinner. So,
I have a little bit left here that I've been dying to finish.
Yeah.
So
I love you so much.
agreed. Hey, this is such a good idea.
Yes.
I can't wait to do more.
Shoot, it's a
And
really
thanks for being
good
so
idea.
nice to me. God.
Yeah, I mean,
So next time
I
I'll
can't.
have to be nice to you. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And just for everyone to know, I'm only nice to Eric when we're alone. I tend to really make fun of him when we're in front of other people.
Apparently, when she is around my siblings, they all gang up on me.
Or when
And-
like you and Emily came and visited us. Like I don't think I think
Yeah.
I think I was not.
That was so true.
Yeah.
I told her about that, and she said it's because she's one of the girls.
That's right.
I'm like, fair enough.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I'll let that happen because you guys deserve it.
Yeah, because our happiness is more important than yours. In conclusion, I love you so much. And should we do it again? You think?
I think we definitely should.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Look at us, Elaine.
We did it. Wait, now do I stop
All right,
recording?
Stopping. Hey, thanks for tuning in to Friends on Purpose. You can follow us on YouTube, Spotify, and or TikTok.